Welcome to the 515 Real to Real podcast, where we discuss film, television, and all things related to the industry. I'm your man, Bruce L. Nix Jr., and as you can see, we are all separate right now, but we are all here. Fellas, please tell the folks who you are.
What's up? I'm your man, JT.
And it's your boy, Cruz Johnson. We already locked in, ready for this moment. Let's get it, family.
Man, this is so exciting. Now, as you guys can see, we're all in separate locations, but hey, that's the life of the podcast right now. We're traveling, we're doing different things, but hey, we are still here for you, man. And right now we have a very, very stacked show. But fellas, before we get into that, like how you guys been doing, man?
Man, I've been good, man. I just got home. I had a conference to go to, so that was very, very good. A lot of work, but I'm glad to be back home.
Yeah, what about you, Cruz?
Man, Bruce, man, you know, I've been waiting for this moment, and I've been waiting since the Odyssey dropped for this. So
We have so much to talk about for that one, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get the two snaps, man.
Man, it's about to be good, man. It's about to be good. And you know, right now I'm in the back cave right now, editing as always. So we ready to go and always editing on something. So you know how we get down.
Yes, sir. So let's go ahead and get into it because we got a stacked show, like we said, man. So for this week's Take Two, we're counting down our favorite working directors, our top 5 working directors, man. I'm excited about that segment, man. I know I got my list. I know you guys have your list. And I would imagine some of our lists are pretty similar, man.
Definitely. Now I got more than 5, but I'm gonna give you 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And we can do honorable mentions as well, because I do have a couple of honorable mentions, because I was going back and forth with my number 5. But you know, we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
Same for me. I mean, I'm ready for the list. You know, me and Bruce just talking about your different people the other day. Is just like, you know, it's crazy when you think of course the ones that's done great work before in the past, you know, some of our legends, some of the heroes that we look up to, but it's some great directors coming in cooking right now, and you know, it's just great to finally have a chance to kind of mention them.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's what we'll be doing for Take Two. And in our main topic discussion today, we're talking about whether the Avengers have truly assembled again, following this week's releasing of Marvel releasing the trailer for the new Doomsday film. Tickets went on sale that same day as well, man. So we'll be talking a little bit about that for our main topic. And also for this week's Two Snaps, well, we mentioned it earlier, but we're reviewing none other than the Christopher Nolan masterpiece, The Odyssey, man. And I'm really looking forward to that, man. That's going to be a fun segment to do, man, because we all have had an opportunity to see it, and we all had our out-of-theater reactions. And we all spoke very highly of it then, but I'm looking forward to seeing what we all say in the Two Snaps discussion.
Yeah, man. I'm ready to hear what both of y'all got to say about that movie, man.
Nah, we waiting to hear from you, JT. You had the whole experience at Matt Wayne Center doing it big.
Oh man, yeah. So I definitely want to hear about that. I want to hear what it was like watching it at McWayne.
It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different in that with that dome theater.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
For sure. And then for this week's Be Kind Rewind, we're rewinding it all the way back to the original Rocky, the former Academy Award winner for Best Picture starring Sylvester Stallone. Man, lots of stuff to get into, man. I'm looking forward to talking about that because, you know, it's coming up on the 50th. I think next year is the 50th anniversary of the release of Rocky. And then, you know, they have the new movie coming out, I Play Rocky, coming out later this year. And we'll be talking about a little bit about that in headlines coming up. But yeah, man, just so we got a lot of stuff to get into, y'all.
Yes, sir. We do. Let's get it, man.
All I was gonna do is let's get it.
You already know. So hey, y'all, let's get into it with some headlines. All right, y'all, here we go with the headlines. So we're going to talk a little bit of different worlds. So we're heading back to Hillman College. Netflix has released the first look at a new Different World sequel series. This centers on Dwayne and Whitley, their youngest daughter, Deborah Wayne, and she is now attending Hillman College. Debbie Allen is also going to be directing the pilot as well as being an executive producer on this series. I think we've all had an opportunity to see the images that are come out from the new series, and seeing the old cast return, man. And I mean, man, it's been a bit of nostalgia for me just being able to see the old cast return and then just doing a different world for a new generation, man.
Oh yeah, man. Watching a different world back in our time, when it first came out, when it first hit airs, man, it did a lot for the culture. It did a lot for, just opening our eyes to the possibility of going to college and what a person could be. So, for them to be bringing it back, man, I'm so glad for that. I'm happy for the culture because at this point in time, man, we need that. And education is very important. And again, watching a different world during our time, man, it was one of those things that really made people want to go to school and get that HBCU experience. So I
That's
am
it, the
so happy
HBCU
for it.
experience.
Yeah, man, I'm so happy for it.
Man,
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's
Yeah, you got it.
go ahead, Cruz.
No, I was just backing off of Johnny, man. Like what he just stated and what you said, Bruce, is important.
What?
Like, think about the time and when Different World first came out. Like, obviously, you think about the history of Cosby Show, and obviously the things that Bill Cosby was able to build. But he saw another image, and I mean, obviously, Different World changed the mindset for a lot of Black culture. I mean, a lot of people was going to HBCUs and college in general off this backing off of Different World, and then think about the subject matters that Debbie Allen, when she got on and what
Yes.
she was able to kind of like bring to that show. Like
Yeah.
before, you could see the difference drastically from season 1 to season 2, and then beyond from there, just by the energy, the swagger, and the topics. You talked about rape at a weird time, rape at a weird time. You talked about
HIV, yes,
HIV at a crazy time. You talked
racism.
about
They talk about so many different subjects on
Alcoholism,
that.
drug
That
addiction,
they talk about
everything, man.
abuse. They talk
Yeah.
about abuse. They had an abuse scene, like
Yeah.
where they had to save one of the characters on there. So just knowing that impact, and I even met one of the characters from a different world, personally, and just that experience and telling her that you changed my whole, childhood just by what you done on a different world. So, it's very impactful and it's so good to see it come back.
Yeah, man. I know that was a real
yeah,
dope
and we're all
experience.
excited about it, man. So it's gonna be a 10 episode series. It premieres September 24th later this year. It stars Malia Joy Moon, starring as Deborah Wayne, the daughter of Dwayne and Whitley, man. And I mean, again, it's gonna be cool to see the old cast come back to reunite, seeing the familiar faces. But then again, it's just like a different world for a new generation. And
Yes.
I'm definitely here for it, man.
Same here. Same here. I had to go back even before I knew that they were gonna bring a remake of the show out. I had to go on Netflix, man, and watch A Different World because all seasons are on Netflix, so I had to go and binge watch it all, man. I know it took me a few days or whatever, but man, just to relive those moments, it was amazing. It was
But
amazing.
like you said, when you watch it on Netflix, you see the impact. Like, think about the guest stars that was on that show.
Man.
And I mean, Tupac was on the show. You had
Yes.
Jesse Jackson on the show.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The
Yes.
impact it had on our culture for finally had it experience again. I'm ready to see what they're gonna do. I'm ready to see the theme song, hear the theme song too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
how you gonna remake it for today? Like, who's gonna take that over?
Hey,
You
that
had
theme
Boys to
song
Men
was
on one.
everything, man. They had
You had
everybody
Yeah,
singing
those
that.
theme songs were great, man.
Come
Theme
on,
songs
man.
were
So
great,
like,
yeah.
let's I think it's timing, it's perfect timing, and I'm just happy for the culture.
Yeah. Same here, bro.
Yes, sir. So look at here. We're all here for a different world. So what do you guys think? Are you guys ready for a new take on a different world, this continuation? Leave us your thoughts in the comments. Yes, sir. So next up, man, we're gonna talk a little bit about I Play Rocky. We talked a little bit about it earlier in discussing Rocky, the 50th anniversary. But the first trailer has just dropped for I Play Rocky. This is the true story of a young Sylvester Stallone refusing to sell his Rocky screenplay unless he would be able to play Rocky himself. And it's directed by Peter Farrelly, who, if many of you don't remember, but is along with his brother, directed films like Something About Mary, Shallow Hal, films like that. And but he will be directing this film. It's scheduled to release in theaters, selected theaters, November 6th. and expand later in November. But this comes 50 years after the original Rocky was released, man. And I had an opportunity to view this trailer, and this is hands down one of the best trailers that I've seen in years. I
Yes,
mean,
yes, it
years,
is.
man. I
That's
mean,
crazy.
it is phenomenal what they were able to do. Anthony Ippolito is playing, and I hope I'm saying his name right, but Anthony Ippolito is playing a young Sylvester Stallone. And just from the clips from this trailer, man, he's nailing Stallone, man. Absolutely nailing Stallone.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
But
is, man.
but I mean,
Just
this like again, this trailer, like everything, the casting seems spot on. Like Carl, the young actor who they have playing Carl Weathers, and I can't remember his name right now, but man, it's just like everyone seems to be so spot on. But you get a sense of it's the story of the underdog, because that's what Rocky was. The story of Rocky was the story of the underdog. And Sylvester Stallone himself was an underdog, and just telling this story because the studios did not want him to play this role.
I
Totally.
mean, and man, and that's amazing because I did not know. I don't care how many times I've seen Rocky, you know, the entire series of films in that universe. I never knew until I saw this trailer that Stallone actually wrote that film. I never knew that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never
Oh,
knew that.
really?
And
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I didn't
crazy.
know.
yeah, he
Yeah,
wrote it.
that's
And
crazy.
matter of fact,
Yeah.
like if you yeah, and if you watch it in the trailer, he wrote it in like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, it's like 3 days, which is crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, because that movie now, I know the story behind the film and how they did some of the shots and all that thing,
Right.
all those things, but I did not know it was film. I mean, he wrote it in 3 days, and
Yes.
that story itself, Rocky itself, man, that's a classic.
Facts.
That's a classic,
Yes.
and to be written in 3 days, man, that's
I mean, it's an
amazing. That's a
Academy Award
testament
winning
to
film.
that's a testament. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a
Exactly.
testament to the man's ability, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it
Well,
won Best Picture at the Academy Awards. So I mean, it's
yeah,
definitely one of the all-time greatest sports films ever made.
yeah,
totally agree. Totally agree. I mean, backing off, like you said, like think about think about this, what Rocky really meant. And I think for me, I could think about the first time I seen Rocky, I mean, you instantly connect with the underdog, but knowing that he fought for his dream and fought for his vision, say no one else it deserves, or not even deserves, but I made this so I can have the opportunity to be on. And I think it's for someone like as like me, or as directors, we fight for our vision. A lot of times someone else can look at your vision and then think, okay, we can interpret this way, and no, it's raw, and this is me, and this is my story. And so
Yes.
the idea of you fighting for that, I think that's really big, and I don't want that to, like, us to overshadow, just because obviously the story alone is big, and it's it's about Rocky being made, but the undertone of it is, man, fight for your dream, man. Don't listen to whatever else somebody else have to say. You can make
Exactly.
it, and you can put yourself on the top the way Sylvester Stallone did in this project. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to see it.
Definitely believing in yourself. That's one of the main things that I take away from it. Is like you have to have a belief in yourself and know what your
yeah.
worth is. And like he believed in it, no matter what amount of money they try to throw at him. He was like, no,
That's
I'm
right.
playing this role. And I absolutely love that, because it's a, it encourages all of us to believe in ourselves,
Yeah,
and that there's so much like that we have inside that, like even though the world may not necessarily see it, like we see it within ourselves. And just like I love the fact that he held on to that, and he was not going to let go of, what he saw, and he saw
yeah.
himself playing that role. So hey,
That's right, man.
again, I'm excited about this film, and I couldn't think of an earlier, but Stephen James is the person from If Beale Street Could Talk. He's the one that's
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
Weathers.
Yeah,
he's
man.
killing.
So that's one of the things, man. When you're talking about believing in yourself, one of the things when you're pitching a show or you're pitching an idea, and something that we've definitely learned from talking to different producers and people in the industry, one of the things they ask you is, why should you be the one to tell this story?
Totally.
You've come up with the idea, you've probably written the script or whatever, you've done all the research into making this the best that it could be. And then they ask you, after all that time, why should you be the one to tell the story? And they want to know that this is not just something that you just say, hey, I want to do something. They want to know that you believe in this with all of your heart, with all of your soul. And if you can articulate that in a way that really opens up the imagination of the person that's listening to you, then, they may be giving you that opportunity to be the one to direct it, to produce it, or even to work on the staff as well, and not just want to buy the show from you or the movie idea from you, but they need that insight that you can bring to it to make it a success, to make it, that thing that everybody is hoping it to be, and not just taking your idea and running in a direction that has nothing to do with your vision. So, think about that to all the filmmakers, all the writers, directors, producers. When you're pitching a show, what is it about you that you should be the one to tell this story? And that's the thing that Rocky did, Sylvester Stallone did in this, when he wrote this film, he had to be the one to play Rocky because he knew what he wanted. He knew that inside of him, he wanted not just to be a writer, but to be an actor. And for him to write this character for himself and say, no, I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to be the one to play this role. That meant a whole lot to him. And then, like you say, Bruce, just watching this trailer itself, man, it's amazing. It is one of the best trailers that I've seen in a very long time, no matter what genre of movie or whatever it could be. This is one of the best.
And speaking on that, one of the last points that I'll make is that, like, I always say this: the job of a trailer is to take your excitement level to wherever it is, whether you're very excited or you have very little excitement for it, but it's to take it to a whole nother level. And just completely, like, I had no intentions, like I didn't even know about this film, to be honest, but like this made me, like, I cannot wait to see this film. Now it could be terrible, but the trailer absolutely nailed it. And it made it look like it's like an award. This is going to be an award-winning film just from the looks of it. But we don't know. We won't know until we see the film. But man, this trailer was everything for me.
Yeah, I want to say that, like, the trailer blows your mind instantly when you see it, and then for you to say that, and the Avengers trailer just dropped, and to know that to say that the impact of this trailer instantly as soon as you see it grabs your attention, man. So
I wanted to say that easily by far better than the Avengers trailer. I mean, and I like the Avengers trailer, but this was again, this was one of the best trailers that I have seen in years.
Yeah.
Hot take.
I mean, it took
I agree though.
I agree. Level.
I totally agree. And then my last thing, and bouncing off with Johnny, and this has been my last point, is there's no price on your dream.
No.
There's no price on your dream. So when Sylvester Stallone, they offering him money on that trailer, and he's like, even $1 million won't buy me. It won't stop me from wanting to play the role of Rocky. That's his vision. So that there's no price on your dream. So whenever you think you don't have the amount of equipment, like Bruce told me a while back, you don't have that. If you don't know, that it doesn't matter. Go get it. No matter what you pick up, just go get it. And there's nothing stopping you. Nothing stopping.
That's it. Work with what you have. That's it. Work with what you have, and it'll come. Everything will come later on. And I think that, like you said, Cruz, that's one of the things that Sylvester Stallone, like, that was his mindset. Like, I'm gonna start with this, and then everything else will come from there. So, I'm excited about I Play Rocky. I know you guys are excited about it. So, what about you guys out there, man? Are you guys excited to see this new I Play Rocky, about the journey of Sylvester Stallone and the making of the film Rocky? Leave us your thoughts in the comments. All right, next up, y'all, man. Hey, we've been I don't know, this movie has just kind of bounced back to us, but recently The Wood has been bought up. My man Tay Diggs recently did an interview doing, I think it was like ViewerCon, and was asked about The Wood and there being a reunion, or like, maybe another film, a sequel to the classic coming of age film The Wood. And one of his and we've done, like, I think a few months back we did a Be Kind Rewind on the wood where Johnny said that he's had plenty
Come on now.
of Big
Come on,
Mike
come on,
moments.
come on.
Did you ever have a Big Mike moment?
I had several Big Mike moments.
Ooh,
I don't think I would have told that.
Come on, we ain't got
plenty of
we
Big
ain't got
Mike
to keep
moments.
saying that. We
Okay.
don't have to keep saying
I'm
that.
sorry.
Okay.
I mean, that's what you said, though,
I
Johnny. You said, but
mean,
you had, you
bold
said plenty.
statement, Johnny.
You
Bold
you said
statement.
you've had plenty of Big Mike moments,
I
Johnny. I'm
feel you,
sorry.
brother.
Matter of fact,
It
man,
kind of is.
Matter of fact.
my bunny teddy bear is right over in the corner.
Okay.
My true dancing partner.
Hey, you had how you hit the
Hey.
move? How you hit the move? Okay.
All that good.
Dance
Yeah.
fever.
I
Dance
think I'm gonna
fever.
tap
Boy,
out.
I can imagine again. I can imagine what the producers are gonna do now.
Yes. Oh
Well,
Lord.
that's
I
if it
know.
is
We can
happening. Like
blame.
it's just as of right now, he was just asked about the possibility of a sequel. And again, the wood has been popping up for us a lot lately because we
Yes.
did a Bomb Cinema
Boy, pause.
event where they showcased the wood. So it was great seeing it there with a big crowd. But man, I don't know, man. I would love to see a sequel to it, man, to see where Big Mike is now. Is there a little Mike out there, a Lavinio,
Yeah, man.
Slim?
Yeah,
What happened to my man
yeah.
Roland? I wouldn't mind seeing
That's
that.
right. Yeah, man. I mean, for me, man, The Wood is one of my favorite films, man. Definitely a
Same
coming
here,
of
man.
age, coming of age
Yeah.
film, man, about, guys being buddies, being friends, lifelong friends, man.
Yeah.
And that's, sometimes that's hard to come
Yeah.
by. You have those guys that you've grown
Yeah.
up with and that, you see from time to time or whatever. But, for some guys to truly stick together and be friends and be brothers,
Yes.
that's amazing, man. And that film tells that story, and I would love to see where they are now in life,
Totally.
even, coming back from wherever they have moved to over, over the years and the things that life has brought their way. I would love to see that film. I would love to see it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Same
I mean,
here. I
that's
mean,
one of those
like I said,
okay.
Wood is also one of my favorite films of all time.
Yeah.
With starring Omar Epps, Richard T. Jones, of course, Taye Diggs, Sanaa Lathan was in it. Just such an amazing cast. The younger cast was amazing. So yeah, I would be all for seeing like a reunion if done properly. Let me say that.
Yeah.
If done properly,
Of
I would
course.
love to
Oh,
be
yeah.
able to see kind of where they are today, man.
You're right. I think it's amazing. I think it's one of those cult classics, and I mean, I'm ready to see it when everybody else get a chance. And I have so many ideas and stories. I know you, Bruce. You probably got something else you want to add on.
Man, I'll just say this. Like, I know Johnny had his Big Mike moments. I had some rolling moments, and I'm gonna just leave that at that. I've said it
Okay.
once before, but yeah, I had some rolling moments. So, yeah, that was. I mean, coming of age, man. It's a great story. Like I said, I would love to see where they are today. If they have kids, would it be told through the eyes of their kids, or like what would the story be? Is my main thing.
Yeah.
But
I want to know where Stacey at.
because I love when they come together, man.
Yeah, I want to know where Stacey
That
at.
was such
That's
a
all.
great cast.
Cruz said he want to know where
Yes, sir.
Stacy's at.
Where Stacey at? Is he still in the streets? Did he finally grow up? Is he still robbing the gas station? I mean, the spoiler alert, you never seen the movie, but hey, you need it. I'm still seeing where he is. Is he changed, man? He's saving. He might be out there being a motivational speaker. You don't even know what Stacey might be doing now, man. So just to see that storyline, I think unfold, it'd be great. And The Wood, you got to think about it, it's definitely a cult classic. It's one of those moments that I mean, it's right there with all the other great ones you could think of, like The Best Man and Love and Basketball and all the ones that came out. And just seeing, like you said, the impact of seeing those three brothers just locked in from how they grew up into now. Like at that time, of course, there's got to be more to the story, right? It has to be more breakdown of it. And it'll be dope to see that story continue the way you saw The Best Man was able to continue to see
Yes.
all of the experiences they went through. So a part two, if done correctly, like Bruce just said, if it's done correct, I think we locked in. We ready to see it.
No doubt. No doubt. So what do you guys think? Are you guys excited about the possibility of the Wood? I know I am. Johnny wants to see some more Big Mike moments on the big screen. So hey, let's make it happen, y'all. Let's make it happen. But that's it
Yeah,
for
let's make
headlines,
it happen.
y'all. So man, have fun talking about those topics, man. But Johnny, you know it's that time.
Yes,
You
sir.
always
It's
give
that
me a
time.
question of the day.
Oh yeah.
Today we have Cruz with us, so you'll be asking the questions for both of us.
So I did something a little different.
Okay.
Okay.
Since it's all three of us, I got a question for each one of you.
Wait, hold up. No, there's one
No,
question of the
I
day,
got
man.
one trivia question for
Whoa,
you.
wait.
And I
We
got
trying to
one
put
trivia question for Cruz.
I ain't get the
Hold
email.
up. No.
I ain't get
No.
that email.
One
Cruz said
question.
he
See,
didn't get
there
the
go
email.
Johnny.
I ain't get that
He's
email.
changing it up
Cruz-
again. Johnny's cheating. Johnny's cheating.
How
He'll
is
cheat
that
you, Cruz.
cheating?
He
Okay.
would
I already
man.
see it.
He would cheat you big time. He cheated me during
Hey,
the big
it's about
best
to be
man.
grand opening, grand closing over here.
Cruz, come on. You're always behind the scenes unless you're in front of the camera. Have you ever seen me cheat at a trivia
Yes.
question?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like Chappelle.
Okay, pause. Don't
I
say nothing.
plead the fifth.
See, he already starting that wrong.
I plead the fifth.
Oh,
One,
good.
two,
Okay,
three,
that's
four,
great.
fifth.
That's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth. Yeah, that's great, Cruz. That's great. That's great. You're my man. You're my man. All right, but here we go. Here we go. I'll give you one. I'll give you one. And
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you the easiest of the two. Then, yeah, don't. Both of y'all got to look into the sky. I'm gonna
Okay, go for it. What you got?
give you the easiest of the two. So, when Rocky was selected to fight Apollo Creed, what nickname does Apollo initially have for Rocky before deciding to market the fight around Rocky's actual nickname, the Italian Stallion? That was his original nickname. So, what name did Apollo Creed want to give Rocky prior to using the Italian Stallion?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah. See, when
That's a good one.
see, every time he say that's a good one, he always I don't like you, Bruce, sometimes because you'll try to trick, try to make it seem like you don't know the answer, but then he always knows my answers. I don't care how hard of a question I try to give him, Cruz. He always know the answer, but he gonna look like
that is a good
question.
That's a great question.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, okay. We'll see.
I'm saying, so if you guys out there know the answer, leave it in the comments because we'll be answering it at the end of the show.
Yeah, we're gonna take this segment out because I'm always we're gonna end up not doing trivia questions because it's always something.
I haven't even answered the question. I might get it wrong.
Oh yeah, right.
Cruz might get it wrong.
I'm definitely gonna get it wrong, but I'm gonna have a little humor when I do it because it might be a hint. So
okay.
If you're looking for hints, come towards my way.
Cruz,
and I got
the hint. You got the hint,
and I got the hint.
Okay,
and you figure out the rest.
Well, see, I'm telling you, man. See, that's the thing about Bruce. I mean, I picked the right partner to do film and television with, man, because I mean, there's nothing about film and television this dude does not know. I think
I love it, man.
I think these trivia questions.
He know it.
I think the trivia questions are more just for entertainment for our audience than really giving Bruce a challenge. This is not they don't give Bruce a challenge, man, and that upsets me. That upsets me.
Why does it upset you, man?
Because it doesn't give you a challenge.
All fun, man. It's all fun, man.
It never gives him a challenge, though.
They are challenges, man.
And then the only time, like the one time that he gonna give me credit for when he didn't know the answer is because he said it was too loud in the background. Is when we filmed at Sidewalk.
I really couldn't hear. That was at Sidewalk. That was last year at Sidewalk.
That's the only one.
And speaking of, that's actually a great segue, though, Johnny.
It is. Because we will be back at Sidewalk Film Festival.
I give it to you. You got me because I could not hear. We were at Sidewalk Film Festival.
That's his thing.
And for Forged in Steel, which is coming up next, we will be talking about this year's Sidewalk Film Festival, and we got a special surprise for you guys. So please stay tuned.
That's right.
Because right now we have Forged in Steel.
All right. So we're here, Forged and Steel, of course. Always, we're here to talk about it. And this week's topic of Forged and Steel is, of course, the Sidewalk Theater and the Sidewalk Film Festival. But first, before we talk about the Sidewalk Film Festival, we're going to talk about Summer of Spike. And anybody that's excited about Summer of Spike is probably going to be these guys right here on the podcast, right?
That's
here, okay?
right.
So this is a big moment.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
of course, think about, you know, which one of your favorite directors, right? And we was just talking about top 5 you know, directors now. You still got to mention Spike Lee, right? And so they're going to be showing all the way through the summer, right? Several movies by Spike Lee. I'm gonna give you the dates before we even get into the big dive into it, but the dates is July 17th through August 5th. July 17th to August 6th, so it's already obviously started, but you can jump in right now and go watch it this week. I know they showing Inside Man, and several movies they're going to be showing or already have shown is School Days, which I know is Bruce's favorite one his top Spike Lee projects. Do the Right Thing, which is my favorite Spike Lee movie. Mo Better Blues, and now I'm gonna hold up my mouse pad. Boom. Mo
Come
Better.
on.
You feel me with the most shots.
Come on.
Gotta show love to Spike Lee. Yeah, I showed the mouse bag. Look, you know, and then you got Jungle Fever, you got Michael Metz, you got Crooklyn, which to me, I feel like it's the most underrated Spike
Slept
Lee
on.
movie
Yes,
of
very
all
Super
slept.
slept
time.
on.
And I want to throw out a gem that people might not know about, Clockers. Okay. So Clockers, and I want to just give that gem on that one. The Clockers original script wasn't for Spike Lee. It was for Martin Scorsese. Martin Scorsese passed it to Spike, and then Spike ran with it. At that time, Martin Scorsese was working on a big movie at that time called Casino. Y'all might have heard of it. So they tag team on that. So that's the connection with Spike and Martin Scorsese. But we keep going on. Bamboozle, Inside Man, and Black Klansman. Like, these are great movies. Y'all can come check it out. Support, of course, support your local cinema, of course, man, and support Sidewalk. They doing great work there. This is, you know, I'm gonna be there, of course, probably front row with some popcorn in my hand, ready to watch the movies. Come support us. Come support that. And man, hey, that's not the only thing Sidewalk is doing, right?
No, that's not the only
Summer
thing, man.
Spike, man.
Summer Spike, you can't not miss Summer Spike. You're gonna have to go down there and see that. But like Cruz said, that is not the only thing that Sidewalk is doing. It's almost that time again. The 28th annual Sidewalk Film Festival, presented by Regions Bank, is taking over Birmingham, the historic theater district, August 24th through August 30th of this year. And hey,
Okay.
fellas, the 515 Real to Real podcast will be back in the house again, man. Doing our podcast
Yes,
live
sir.
from
We will
Sidewalk.
be back in the house.
Definitely, it's gonna be bigger, man. Over 200 films will be shown at Sidewalk Film Festival. They have filmmaker Q&As, they have panels, discussion, they have workshops, they have networking events, they have parties across downtown Birmingham. You know, look, I'm telling you, when it comes to film festivals, I know you got your Cannes Film Festival, you got all these big film festivals across the world. But one film festival that you do not want to miss is the Sidewalk Film Festival. I mean, we've met people from all across the world coming
Yes.
to Birmingham for the Sidewalk Film Festival. We met some great actors, producers, directors, filmmakers. I mean, man, it is amazing. So people all over, but especially here in Birmingham, come on down to the Sidewalk Film Festival. Again, it starts August the 24th through August the 30th. Come out, kick it with us. Meet us. We take pictures, we sign autographs. We might even have some merchandise out there. You never know. Get a chance to come and meet the 515 Real to Real podcast family. We'll have our whole family out there with us. They'll be out there kicking it with us. So y'all come out again. Sidewalk Film Festival, August 24th through the 30th this year. Be there or be square.
Yes, sir. Now they'll probably more than likely be getting Cruz's autograph, but you know, it's all good.
They never pay us any attention. They never
Get
pay us
out of
Yeah,
attention.
here.
They always pay Cruz attention.
that's it, man. So
Man,
I mean,
I
but
don't
it's
know
all
what it
fun.
is.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you guys out there. And this year, we're hoping to get around and show you guys a glimpse of just what the atmosphere is during Sidewalk. We want to show you, give you a great taste of what the city of Birmingham does during this time. The block party that they have, everything is such a great atmosphere, man. So if you guys get a chance, come out to the Sidewalk Film Festival. Come see us for one, and see some great, amazing films and meet some great and filmmakers and see some great films as well.
That's right.
And it's definitely for the city. And, you know, like you said, this is, you can name all types of film festivals. Nothing touches the experience that you get right here in Birmingham at Sidewalk. I mean, you come here, you meet great people. Of course, you're going to meet brothers like Johnny, meet brothers like Bruce. I need y'all autographs too. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. But I do look forward to it. And, you know, obviously just come in, have some fun and meet great filmmakers. You never know who you might meet. You never know. So come through.
All right, man. So that's for this week's Force and Steel.
Exactly. Awesome. So next up, man, is where like I'm excited about this segment, man, but we're getting ready to talk a little Take Two. All right, y'all, here we go. It's Take Two time. And for this week's Take Two, we're putting ourselves on the spot. We each have to name our 5 favorite working directors. I said working directors. I didn't say not the greatest directors of all time or nothing like that. That is not what this list is. So if you don't hear Hitchcock or if you don't hear Scorsese, not saying that he's not on our list, but if you don't hear names like that, that does not mean that they're not GOATs, because they're definitely GOATs.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Greatest directors of all time, but we're talking about our favorite working directors, meaning directors as of today. And that is what we're going to talk about, man. So, you know I have my list. I know you guys have your list. So please, if you guys don't hear one of your favorite directors, please don't yell at us. Don't scream at the, don't yell at the screen and all that kind of stuff, man, because these are just our opinions on who we think is our favorite working directors today. So
Put it in the chat.
We're gonna go ahead and start it off. What'd you say, Cruz?
Put it in the chat.
He say put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat.
That's it. Put it in the chat.
Like, that's
the thing.
Smoke. Put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. Like if you have your list, put it in the chat, man. Let us know what you guys think.
That's right.
Like who your favorite directors are. But we're gonna go ahead and kick it off. And we always do this. So Johnny, why don't you start it off, man?
Oh man.
Who do you have at your number 5 spot?
At my number, golly, number 5. This was I don't know why he's doing it to me like that, because again, it was hard to put these in any kind of order. In any kind of order. So, I mean, if I had to put somebody in the 5th spot, oh my God.
Why we gotta do order? That's the order messing you up,
that's
Johnny.
what I'm saying. Oh my God. I don't want nobody to think, oh man, that's number 5 on his list. So, man, in no particular order.
Okay, no particular order.
Go with, and I'm gonna give it to you in a way that somebody else who I love when they, on a particular show, when they talk about different people, I'm gonna give it to you in a way that one of my favorite guys would give it to you. And I'm gonna say Jordan Bartholomew Peele. So Jordan Peele is one of the guys on my list, man.
Yeah.
I mean, from Get Out, come on.
Not mad at that at all.
Movie.
Us,
Us. Come on, man. I mean, you can go on and on with the things that he's directed, man. Even we mentioned Hitchcock, so he gives you that type of vibe with the stuff that he does. And so,
Good
man,
point.
he's an amazing director, writer. He does it all, man. So he's definitely somebody that I want to work with. I mean, really, really bad. I really want to work with him. So Jordan Peele is one of mine.
Good point.
Yeah.
Cruz, who do you have at your number 5 spot?
What's next?
Or if they're not in any order, just whoever do you have in your top 5.
Well, of course, man. I love that. I mean, you kind of took one from me, Johnny. I don't appreciate that, but it's all good. But we're gonna do that. You know, since you mentioned Jordan Peele and he is on my top 5 list, but I'm gonna give you another one. I'm gonna give y'all another one. And for me,
So you're going with your number 4. So Jordan Peele is in your top 5.
oh yeah, Jordan Peele's in my top 5, and I got him
Okay.
at number 5.
So you go with your number 4 then.
Yeah, number 4 for me. Number 4 for me. Ooh. Just because obviously that was a discrepancy on if he's current or if he's not. Regardless, you gotta look at Martin Scorsese still. And the reason why I say Martin Scorsese
Oh, for
still
sure.
is because think about when he started. He's had a hit movie every single decade. Every single one. So you can go all the way back to Mean Streets. You can go to Mean Streets to him doing Taxi Driver. You can go from Taxi Driver to Goodfellas. You can go from Goodfellas to Wolf of Wall Street currently, right? You can even do the last one he did, of course, it's on Netflix right now. Which is his
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
Killers of the Flower
Killers of the
Moon.
Flower Moon. So like just think about all the movies that he's done. And just think about the greatness that he's been able to extend as in cinema. Like, I mean, he's done so many in some projects, some people don't even know he's behind. And I just think you got to mention Martin Scorsese and his impact currently right now and what he's done and even in the past, man. You know, and yeah, I'm gonna throw Martin Scorsese in the mix, man. Let's see
Okay.
what happens.
Hey, I can't
I'm not
disagree.
mad
Look,
at that.
there are not any wrong answers to whatever we say. Again, this is how we feel. So
Yeah.
please don't get mad at us for if you don't hear like one of your favorite directors, because again, these are our thoughts, and I agree. Scorsese is definitely like he's one of the GOATs, honestly.
Yes,
And he's
of course.
still a working director. So yes, he can definitely be considered as a top 5 working director today. Now mine is a little different. I have at my number 5 spot, I was going back and forth between 2 directors who I feel are like in that GOAT conversation.
Okay.
But I decided one of them, I'll say this, was James Cameron,
Okay.
who I feel is like one of the top working directors today. But like I give him an honorable mention for for this particular list, because of the work he's done with Avatar, and we know him for Terminator and like a lot of sci-fi joints. But I decided, even though this director recently put out a film this year, and that director is Steven Spielberg. I still have Spielberg in my top 5. He recently put out Disclosure Day. Even though I was a little bit disappointed in Disclosure Day, you can't take away from what Spielberg does, because every time he releases a film, there's always some type of excitement. There's always talk of awards for his project. So I still have to put Steven Spielberg in the conversation. And then if you go back and look at what he did with A West Side Story just a couple years ago, like he made that a Best Picture contender. You know what I mean? So he's still one of the top directors out today. And I still view him as being the GOAT because of his like him being able to do all types of different films. I mean, the man did he did E.T. and then did The Color Purple. You know what I mean? So it's like that's a lot of diversity right there, man. So at my number 5 spot, I give it to Steven Spielberg, man.
Okay. I'm definitely not mad at that either, because he is on my list, and you know how I feel about Spielberg's films. And Disclosure Day is one of my favorite of the year so far. So yeah, definitely Spielberg. He was on my list as well. Now I'm gonna give y'all somebody who I really love her work,
I already know who you're talking about.
and that's Ava DuVernay.
Of course.
Come
Oh
on,
wow,
man.
yeah,
Ava
On
DuVernay,
my
yeah.
man.
list. On my
You know,
list.
from Selma to A Wrinkle in Time to
Facts.
just in 2023 she did Origins, which was an amazing project,
Mhm.
man. So
Yeah.
and the 13th, those are all great films, man. And she can do anything. She can do anything, I feel. And Ava DuVernay is one of my my favorite director. She's on my list as well.
I have to agree, man. I mean, Johnny, you just keep doing it, man. Just
Come
keep
on.
going through my list right now. But I'm
Oh
gonna
man,
say,
that's
let
awesome.
me back up. No, it's good. It's good. I mean, you got great taste. You got great taste, my brother. Uh, no, but I would say yes, Abel definitely. Just and I will mention mine in a second. But you mentioned someone but Queen Sugar.
Oh man, come on.
Come on, like I know this not movies, but it's a show. She did
Well,
a great
hey,
job with that
whatever she direct,
series,
man. Yeah.
and whatever she touched, and I'm not sure. You can fact check me, but I think she's even behind the Nipsey documentary that's coming out. So
Man.
Nipsey Hussle documentary. So I do fact check, find out, but I heard her name rumbling around that for announcement on that documentary. So
You know what? The documentary she put out, 13th, about the
Yes.
13th Amendment.
yes, that's
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
now that was amazing.
Yes, it was.
facts,
Yes, it
Absolutely
was.
amazing.
facts.
So
So
yeah, she's that, like, definitely. Again, there are no wrong answers here, people.
no,
There's no
nah.
wrong answers.
And so I give you mine, and I think I think we all can in here. We can just breathe in, breathe out. Cause we're gonna say somebody we all agree.
That's right.
Ryan Coogler.
Oh yeah, that's number one.
And Ryan Coogler is
Oh, for
might
sure.
not, and this is in no particular order for me. So please, this is probably like number one on my list, of course. But the work he's done has been crazy, from Fruitvale Station, to Black Panther, to Creed, and how he was able to flip that.
Ryan Coogler is also on my list in terms of top working directors. Matter of fact, I have him as my number 2, to be honest, man. Like, what he's been able to do, like, especially with Sinners, man. Like, Sinners was like you can't even define what genre it was. He created a genre with Sinners, and one of the best scenes that I've seen in any film ever, I'll say, is that one scene in Sinners, the musical scene, when they were actually in the juke joint, and it was just that one camera shot, man. And they went through the different decades and the different genres of music, and I mean, that was just one of the most amazing scenes that I've ever seen in any movie. And what he's been able to do from a filmmaking perspective, started with Fruitvale Station, to
Yes.
Creed, then doing Black Panther, and what he was able to do with that. I mean, this man has never missed. He
Yeah,
has
man,
not
and
missed. And I mean,
there-
everybody has a bad day at the office, and he has not missed yet. And
Yeah.
even what he was able to do with Black Panther 2, despite all the circumstances with that, like losing your main star, losing your main character, and still being able to deliver a top-notch film, man. I mean, that speaks volumes to like what he's able to do and accomplish, man. So yeah, Ryan
Yeah,
Coogler
man.
is definitely on my list as well.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
he's on my list too, man. And you're talking about Fruitvale Station, but we can even go back a little bit further than that. And I believe it was his student film called Locks. And it was the story about a young man seeing the police frisk another young man that had dreadlocks. And that film deals with identity and sacrifice and the perception of people in Oakland, California. And like I say, I think it was his student film. It was like 2009, and also the film did not have dialogue. So our very first film, other than the poem that was in the background, had no dialogue. So
No dialogue, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Brian Coogler, man, he's that dude, man. And he doesn't mind tackling those I guess you can say sensitive issues. So I put him in that same category with people like Ava DuVernay, man, who doesn't mind, getting down in the mud and really getting people to open their eyes to seeing something in a different light. So yeah, Ryan Coogler, yeah, he's that guy.
For
Of
sure.
course, of course.
So I'll say this: at my number 3, I have Paul Thomas Anderson,
Okay.
who just directed, just won Best Director for One Battle After Another.
Yeah.
Directed Boogie Nights, There Will Be Blood. But he's another one of those directors that whenever he releases a project, there's always talk about award nominations, and always up for Best Picture or whatever. But like, he's one of the best working directors today. Like, his cinematography is like incredible. Just really, really great director, man. So he's like number 3 on my list behind Ryan Coogler.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Now,
Of
man,
course.
Who did you have at your number? Is it 3 or 2, Johnny?
I
I'm
do have,
lost now.
yeah, we still in there somewhere. But
We
I got
somewhere in the midst.
Fuqua, man.
Who said it
Antoine
again?
Fuqua.
Of course.
Yeah, man. So I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
he just did with the Michael Jackson pick, man. What he did with Antoine
Training Day.
Fisher, Training Day, man. All those are some great films, man. And this dude, you don't hear his name a whole lot, but when you do hear his name, you know it's about to be something powerful. You know, it's gonna be a great film.
I mean,
man.
speaking of Antoine Fuqua, I mean, he just like Michael is out now the highest grossing film of the year. It just
That's right.
surpassed Super Mario Brothers Galaxy as the number 1 film of the year. So
Yeah.
kudos to him
Definitely.
for being able to achieve that off of a biopic, the highest grossing biopic of all time. It broke plenty of records. And you talked about Training Day earlier. So hey, like Antoine Fuqua is an amazing director, man, for sure.
Yes,
and
he
is
is.
one of the best working directors out today, for sure. So I think we're all now at our number 1, if I'm not mistaken. We've all done like 4, right?
It's either been 3 or 4, something like that. But
I
yeah,
think it's somewhere around it. We're gonna round it up. Let's round it up. Yeah.
I think that's 4. But like
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and say my number 1. Like I haven't heard anyone say it yet.
I think we're gonna
But
say it.
we're gonna be talking about his film a little bit later on. But
That's
Christopher
right.
Nolan is my
Christopher
number
Nolan.
1. hands
yes.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan.
down.
He was
Christopher
my
Nolan.
number 2.
Yeah, I had him number 2. I had
Christopher Nolan.
Ryan Coogler number 1. Yeah, man.
Christopher Nolan for me is my number 1. Every time he releases a film or it's announced that he's doing a film, it's like an event.
Yeah.
I think Cruz, you and I had this conversation before. Like, back in the day, you used to have these like big marquee named actors like The Rock and Will Smith and Tom Cruise, and like whenever they released the film, you knew that it was going to do certain types of numbers. That isn't the case today. I don't care who you put in your film; it's not a guarantee that it's going to be a hit. But when you say that Christopher Nolan is one of the few, if only, directors that I know of, and Ryan Coogler as well, that when you say that they're releasing a film, like it's like an event is getting ready to happen, and people show up to go watch their films. So to me, that's what makes them like the top of the top, the cream of the crop of the top-notch working directors today, man. And speaking on Ryan Coogler, man, like he's so young. Like, man, he still has a lot of years left.
A lot of years
to be on that GOAT list. You know what I mean? So but in terms of like the best working directors, like he's right there, man. Him and Chris Nolan for me are like the cream of the crop. And again, I know we're getting ready to talk about Odyssey. We're going to do our review of it in 2 snaps a little bit later, but man, Christopher Nolan, not only what he's done with Odyssey, but then, because, and again, we're going to talk about it later, but Interstellar, you look at the Dark Knight series.
Dark Knight, and I want to dive in that.
So Inception, like, man, it's just his filmography is ridiculous, man. It's like this man has not missed yet, man. But yeah, he's my number 1.
Yeah. I don't think he can. I don't think he can miss. I don't think he can miss. You gotta. I mean, and just look at, like you said, Oppenheimer. Like what he was able to do. That was a biopic, and that was the first. That was a Billy. You know what I mean? You're talking about how Michael Jackson and Michael, that was a Billy on itself too. And so it's like for him to be able to do that.
Yeah, prior to Michael Jackson, it was the highest grossing biopic prior to Michael Jackson. So and it nearly made $1 billion. It was right there at it. But man, and it was an R-rated film. That's the thing about it. It was an R-rated film, and it was almost made $1 billion
for that impact
for a biopic.
Exactly. And just like you said, man, Christopher Nolan did so many great things. I mean, The Dark Knight and how he was able to put that together. I mean, people don't know the work and like the struggle he had to even put that together. You know what I mean? And so you'll dive into that a little later. But for him to do that project within the city of Chicago and have the limitations that he had to put that together. I mean, they literally blew up a whole 18-wheeler, like, and flipped it, you know what I'm saying? And that was real. Like, and some things that I also was able to get some notes on. I found out that, like, and we'll dive in it. Of course, we about to talk about the Odyssey, obviously, but we'll dive into like
Have
just
to.
how he's able to do this stuff with practically no CGI. That makes
Yes,
you
he uses a lot of
one of the
practical
ones.
effects. He loves realism. That's the thing about Christopher Nolan. Like, he doesn't like to use a lot of CGI. But I love the fact that he uses a lot of practical effects, man.
Yeah, it gives me Michael Mann vibes, and it really does. And if y'all know another great director, Michael Mann, he's done that with some of his
Yes.
projects too. So it gives me that vibe. And then throwing in another thing that I think is really dope is Christopher Nolan. If you don't know, Ryan Coogler has stated that Christopher Nolan is his mentor, and so for them to have that connection and them being number one and number two, it doesn't surprise me at all, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
So, Johnny, what was your? I think you had one more. Was it Christopher Nolan as
Yeah, it
well?
was Christopher Nolan was he was. I mean, I gave you Ryan Coogler as my top, but Christopher Nolan was my number 2, man. So yeah, I can't wait till we get into the Odyssey talk as well. So
Yeah, we warmed up now.
yeah, you warmed up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, fellas. So as you guys see, that is our top 5 working directors today. Again, these are just our opinions. This is just our list. Like, if you have your list, please leave it in the comments. Share it with us, man, because we'd like to hear more from you. We'd like to know who you guys feel are the top 5 working directors today. But man, that's it for this week's Take 2. And next up, man, we're gonna get into some Avengers talk, man, in our main topic discussion. All right, here we go. We're in our main topic discussion. And in this week's main topic discussion, Marvel Studios has recently made major moves by putting the Avengers Doomsday tickets on sale and releasing the trailer on the same day. The film arrives on December 18th, later this year. And the trailer has everyone talking about the state of the Avengers and the threat of Victor Von Doom as played by Robert Downey Jr. And I know a lot of fans are questioning, especially like those who are casuals and don't really follow like the Avengers quite on this level. They know Robert Downey Jr. as being Iron Man throughout the series, but now he's coming back as Dr. Doom, who is now replacing, I guess not replacing, but is seen as the big threat to the Avengers, similar to in a manner as Thanos once was.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of questions, man. The trailer dropped. I enjoyed it. I think I said in the discussion that I had after viewing the trailer was that I saw it as being more of a teaser, more so than a trailer, because it only gave you a glimpse of kind of, where we are. Because at the end of Endgame, the Avengers were kind of spread out everywhere. Captain America retired and found a happy life with Peggy Carter, and of course, we know what happened to Tony.
Yeah.
He gave his life so that he could bring everyone back. And after Thanos had basically killed half of all humanity.
Mm-hmm.
But did you guys get an opportunity to see the trailer? And if so, what were your thoughts on it? I know we haven't had a chance to talk one-on-one about it, but what did you guys think about the trailer?
Cruz, you want to go first?
JT, kill it.
Well, I mean, man, actually, when I watched it, to me, I felt the same way like you did, Bruce, as a teaser more than a trailer, because it showed us, who we can expect to see. It gives you a little glimpse at, the emotion behind, some of the characters and certain scenes in the movie. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited about it. I'm ready to go see it. Now, one of my favorite parts in there was when Thor and Captain America came together, and Captain Thor couldn't believe that it was Captain America, and he held out his hammer for him or whatever, and the hammer went into his hands. That was amazing. To see the X-Men, that there is going to be great as well, because I'm a huge X-Men fan too. You know, so I mean, I'm ready for it, man. It gives you a lot to be, I guess, to anticipate with this film when it gets ready to come out in December. Makes you want to go on already to buy those tickets if you haven't already. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
you know, and with
Yeah.
that being said, dropping the trailer and ticket sales on the same day, you know, that's right there is them trying to say that, you know, might as well go and get your tickets now because this is going to be the biggest film of the year. You know, that's what, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
it's
and you know they're already talking about this potentially becoming the highest grossing film of all time,
all times. Yeah.
which is saying a lot because I think Avatar made almost 3 billion.
2 billion. Yeah.
No, it made almost 3 billion at the box
Yeah.
office
Yes.
Wow.
because I think it's Avatar. It's either Endgame or Titanic is one. Like I forget exactly
Yeah,
the order,
still
but
in the midst. Yep.
it's a couple of James Cameron films in there, and then there's Avengers films. So it's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Almost 3 billion at the box office. But you talked about Steve Rogers earlier, man. Yeah, there is a really great shot where Rogers shows up at the end, and Thor's kind of hesitant, and then he grabs he holds the hammer out, and he is able to wield the hammer because you know
Yeah.
only those who are worthy are able to wield the hammer and get the and those who are able to possess the hammer, they get the power of Thor.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of speculation as to whether that's even Steve Rogers or not. You know, a lot of people have been saying it could be a variation of Steve Rogers, maybe
Man,
even like
that'd be
Hydra
crazy.
Cap or something like
That
that.
could
But
be.
you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, the state of the Avengers is like the real big question from what I've seen in the trailers, because like a lot of people have been saying that, you know, based on this threat of doom, and they like in this trailer alone, they kind of showcased how powerful he is, because there was a scene in the trailer where Thor with Stormbreaker with all
Yes.
his might swung it towards him, and he went for the head, which is the one thing that Thanos told him, like, always you should have went for the head, and that's what he did. And Dr. Doom stops him with just 2 fingers. He put 2 fingers up and
Yeah.
stopped him. Like
Yeah.
crazy, right? Showcasing his full power. And Thor is like, this is the first time you see like fear in him. And
Yeah.
he's
And
talking
he
to like
talks
his
about that.
team made up of the Thunderbolts, who are like now known as the New Avengers, the Fantastic Four who show up in this film. And then you have the Wakandans with Shuri and
Yeah.
M'Baku, and then Namor is with them. And so he's talking to them. And man, like when you compare this particular team to the previous iterations of the Avengers, man, it's kind of like there's no Hulk, there's no Wanda, there's no Doctor Strange, like none of like,
Yeah.
and you're going to get someone who can stop Thor like this. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough.
That
Now,
is.
one person that was missing that I didn't see in the trailer was a character called the Sentry, who showed up in Thunderbolts, who was supposed to be on par with a character like Thor or the Hulk in terms of strength and power levels and all that kind of stuff. I didn't see him in this particular trailer. But you know, we did get a chance, like Johnny said, to see the X-Men. We see Magneto and Professor X. Man, it's crazy. We got a chance to see Cyclops and then the classic X-Men uniform, which was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge X-Men fan like you too, Johnny, man, and that was cool to see. It almost looked like their world was coming to an end, though.
Yeah, it looks like it.
From what I saw in the trailers. And then we didn't
Yep.
see them in that scene with the group where Thor's talking to them about like you know, teaming with like more powerful teammates, and you know, battling, you know, all these different things, and never going against someone quite like this.
Yeah.
But you know, they weren't seen in that particular scene, and like I
Yeah, they
haven't
were
like
not.
I've not seen them outside of just being together. So that
And
makes me
then
wonder
just even
kind of
the
like where they're going.
just even the scene that you seen with Professor X and Magneto, you know, just them two embracing each other kind of seemed
Yes.
like they're coming to an end of something. So yeah, man.
Yes.
Or a beginning of something. I
It,
mean,
it,
and that's the way. I mean, you could say that. Yeah, they make me look like they have an emotional moment. But when you ever seen them two actually embrace? You know,
You don't.
unless it's something that they finally know that if we don't come together, the world gonna end. This is gonna be over. So for them to put their brains together, I think that's something big. And I think if you look at it, I mean, it's definitely Doomsday, of course, but you could see, yeah, they might be missing some pieces and missing some huge pieces, like you said, compared to the original Avengers. But I think I'm really interested in what the storyline is going to be in this. I'm really interested in how, emotional. I mean, you coming off an Endgame. How can you top that, right? How can you top that? And so I'm just really curious what's the new chapter. And I feel like that's why I said maybe it's just the beginning. You see them two connecting the way that probably one of the most powerful shots you can mention, Johnny, out of all the things you see. Emotionally, them two connecting must be something big is about to happen. And like you
See,
said,
that's
senior
why
estimate on
I
that.
like you, Cruz. That's why I like you, Cruz, because no matter what somebody else may see, you see something totally different, and that's a great point.
Yeah.
It could be the
Okay.
end, or it could be the beginning of something that's going to really help them
Oh,
beat
yeah.
Doctor Doom. We don't know yet, so like you say,
Yeah.
seeing that storyline and how it unfolds, that's going to be great too. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what?
Let's
I
go.
completely agree. We've seen Professor X die like 500 million times
Come on.
throughout all these
You
films,
see what I'm
man.
saying?
And I mean, it looks like he's about to bite the dust again, man. I'm starting to feel sorry for him, man. Patrick Stewart coming back just to die again. Like, man,
Yeah.
like how many times they gonna kill this man? It's crazy. But I do think they're gonna do like a reset of the universe and bring in like a younger cast for the X-Men moving forward. I just don't see them continuing on with the Fox version of the X-Men like we
yeah,
got.
no.
And one thing you mentioned, Cruz, is like it just hasn't been like after Endgame, it's like where do you go from here? And Marvel has definitely struggled since Endgame because Thanos was like the end all be all. I mean, he was like the ultimate, villain, man.
Yeah,
And like where
he
do you
was
go
not
from
playing,
that?
brother.
And they tried to do Kang the Conqueror, and I think Jonathan Majors is an amazing actor, and I don't fault him, despite his situation and everything that happened. I don't necessarily fault him for them moving on because like I think they needed to move on from that character just based on how they treated and wrote the character because they didn't
Yes.
do Kang the Conqueror any justice. They when they introduced him in a TV show which was Loki. They killed him in that, and then they bring him back or a variation of him in Ant-Man, and he's killed in that, and we're supposed to take this guy as a bigger threat than Thanos. Nah,
Don't agree.
Yeah.
nah, not at all. And so like I think going a different route and bringing in a villain that is known throughout comics like Doctor Doom, I think that was the right direction to go. Now there's been a lot of controversy because a lot of fans were like they didn't necessarily want Robert Downey Jr. in the role, and they're questioning why Robert Downey Jr. when he played Iron Man in the previous films. And I know that's one of the things you talked about as well, Cruz.
Yep. Yeah. And I think just topping the last two, like you said about the Iron Man and Kane the Conqueror, do not be surprised that he's not in this one coming up too. Because there was rumors, and I did see rumors. Even Jonathan Majors even hinted that he's had a conversation with Marvel. So don't be surprised he doesn't pop back in here. Maybe some way, somehow, is helping out them some kind of way. We never know how to, the power of the pen is everything, right? And so you got to look at it in that way, and maybe he's friendly with them, and then turns to be the guy that takes off email. You never know, and so we'll see. But then on top of that, like you said, why Robert Downey? I mean, because he's Robert Downey. I mean, Robert Downey earned that spot, and I think that's why he wanted to take a little chance. Obviously, when he died, I think even look at, we can do research on his contract. Maybe he still had more years left, and he was like, "Why can I not take this chance?" And I think he can bring another storyline, another way, and to attack that character that we probably never think of, right? So yeah, I think people need to, if
He's
people are
gonna
in the
kill it.
comments kind of nervous about it, I think we need to relax. I think if you see what he did with Iron Man, if you see what things he's done before, I think it's in good hands.
Oh yeah,
So
he'll be just
Now,
fine. And then like he gave us a little sample of the voice that we'll get from Doom in the trailer, and it doesn't
It
even
is.
sound like Robert Downey Jr. So
No.
he's gonna do just fine. You know, one thing about that this film does is gonna lead into Avengers Secret Wars, which is where the Avengers, like in the comics, they went to Battle World, and then, you know, like all the multiverse converged into this one, like it basically came into the like one universe. So I think that's kind of where they're leading, and I think it'll be like a kind of soft reboot of everything that they've done so far. So we may get a variation of T'Challa, a new T'Challa. We may get variations of all these different characters, like such as the X-Men, and that's where we get our younger version of the X-Men from, or
Totally.
Wolverine, and all these different characters. So I mean, as of right now, we don't know. We won't know until December 18th. When the film is released. And I mean, before that, you know, we have Spider-Man coming up in a couple of weeks, or I think within a week. Spider-Man is getting ready to come out, so I'm sure there'll may be hints of what's going on there.
Of
But
course.
one thing that we don't see right now, we don't see a Hulk, we don't see Spider-Man. There's a lot of characters that are missing from this particular film that we that have not been announced to be in the film. And I mean, it looks like a struggle for this particular team of the Avengers, man.
Yeah, the struggle is real. The struggle is definitely
real.
Man, I saw something somewhere where after Thor took a look at the new Avengers lineup, they had the Denzel from Flight where he was sitting on the stand and he said, "God help me."
I'm sorry, Mr. Whitaker, I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I said, God help me.
And I was like, yeah. I mean, you're going against somebody that just stopped you with 2 fingers, man. Hey, yeah. Hey, God help indeed, man. It's like we're all cooked if that's the case, man. If this is the team, but you know, we don't know. We won't know until December the 18th, man. But I am truly excited about this film. Like I think I stated that this is one of my most anticipated films for the rest of the year. Going forward, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait till December the 18th. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Marvel has in store, man. Because like I said, they've had a lot of hit and misses since Endgame. It's been mostly misses. They've done a couple of TV shows that have been pretty good, a few movies, but for the most, it's been a bunch of misses, man. And they really need they really need this, man. I feel but I think if Spider-Man does well, and it looks like it's gonna do well.
Definitely be good.
I think the Avengers is gonna go on and it's gonna do some big time numbers, man.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's the year of the Marvel for sure.
Yes, sir. But what do you guys think? Are you guys excited about Avengers Doomsday? Leave us your thoughts. Share your comments with us and let us know what you guys think. But as for right now, it's time for our favorite segment, and we've been dying to talk about this film. So right now, we're about to get into it with Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey in this week's edition of 2 Snaps.
2 snaps.
2 snaps.
All right, everybody. So it's that time for 2 Snaps, brought to you by the Lux Premier right on Lakeshore Parkway in Birmingham, Alabama. So this week's 2 Snaps is the one that we've been waiting for, guys. We had been waiting for this movie. We had been waiting for it. We finally got a chance to go see it. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Crazy. Man, like you said earlier, Bruce, everybody's had an opportunity to see our out of theater review of this film, and now we get a chance to go really in depth. But before we start, let me ask you this question, Bruce, because I know sometimes I can go too far. So are we giving any spoilers?
No spoilers.
Or this is no spoilers, right?
Spoiler free.
Oh man, that's gonna be hard.
Because Johnny gives it away, man. But
we're gonna talk about it without.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it without giving away any spoilers, though.
Okay, that's why I had to ask. So let's start off with Odysseus.
Man, I mean, first of all, the casting was amazing. And I've said it before, like when I walked out of the theater, I said that this was a masterpiece and I was blown away by the film, and that still stands, man. I actually had an opportunity to watch it again just the other day, man. So I've seen it twice now, man. And when I say it's a work of art, this film is a true work of art. It's Christopher Nolan at his at his best.
Yes.
I feel this is, man, it's up there, man. It's definitely on his Mount Rushmore of greatest films, and it's pushing in that top 3, top 2, maybe even top spot, man. Because for me, because
films of
this
all
film
time?
had it all, like, for Christopher Nolan films. Yes,
Christopher Nolan? Yeah.
yes. I mean, it's up there, man. I'm still kind of going back and forth, and I might just be in the moment right now, but this film was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. Everything from the performances,
Yeah.
the casting, the
Yep.
the cinematography, the music.
Oh my God. Yes.
Man, Cruz, I know you talked about the music from
Yeah.
Ludwig Göransson,
Yeah.
who's worked with Ryan Coogler quite
Ryan
a bit
Coogler.
on a lot of
Yep.
his films. Like, he's done the music for Black Panther, one for
Mhm.
Sinners, and then he was brought in to do the music score for this film, and such an amazing job, man. But there are so many standouts:
Yep.
Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson. Man, I know I'm getting excited, man. I'm trying not to
Yeah.
talk too much, but man,
Oh.
this film was just like from beginning to end. It's almost 3 hours long.
2 hours,
It's a
53
long
minutes.
film, but it
Yeah.
doesn't feel long because it goes by. The story
Yeah.
keeps you so engaged with it, man, that the time just truly goes by, man.
Totally.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you one thing, speaking on the time of this film. So y'all saw in my out of theater review, Cookie went to the movies with me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's hard to get her to go to a movie with me because she's always wanting to go to sleep in the film. No, I don't
I
care how
know.
long it is. It can be
Yeah.
a 96-minute film, and she is gonna go to sleep in the theater. So as we're sitting there at the IMAX at McLean Center, we're gonna get into that part a little bit more
Yeah.
later too. But as we're sitting there and the film is getting ready to come on, she asked me, she said, "Well, how long is this film?" Because she already had a blanket with her and everything. So I said, it's right at 3 hours. She looks at me, she said, 3 hours? You brought me to a 3-hour movie? And I'm like, yeah, why didn't you tell me it was 3 hours? I would have let you come by yourself. But I'm going to give it up to Christopher Nolan because he kept her attention the whole movie.
Wow.
She did not go to sleep in this film, man. And she loves Greek mythology and things like that. She loves that type of stuff. But for her to sit down and watch a movie that was 2 hours and 53 minutes, that speaks volumes to the type of film this is, because I don't care what it is, she's not gonna sit there and watch a whole movie without falling asleep. But she watched this entire film without falling asleep, man.
There you go. Well, shout outs to Cookie, because everybody experiences, like you said, that movie was 3 hours long, but like you said, it captured you the whole time. It has you in tune with every single character and every single thing. And I think for me, watching it was impactful. Just how I feel like Christopher Nolan been waiting to do this project for a very long time. And
Yeah.
then after I started doing research on it, I found out that he was supposed to be the director of the original Troy at one point. And they ended up going with another director, and that was that, and then Christopher Nolan ended up getting The Dark Knight instead. And
It all
so
worked out.
it all worked out. And
All
then
worked
he got a chance to come back to the storyline. So
Yeah.
he's been itching for this. He's been itching to tell the story. You can see that by how it's being told, how the details of the characters and in details of who he chose to be the actors. From the set design, you finding out things about that they literally built those horses. And so whenever you see it, there's just no spoiler alert. But when you see it, those horses are actually built. The city that they're in is actually built. You know what I'm saying? So like that's amazing in itself. And even you said the main character, the house that they was in, that was an actual real castle. So all these things, to know that he really took time to put that there, and man, that dude's been waiting to cook, and he definitely did that, and even see how he even connect with the culture. He put Travis Scott in the project, man. I mean, me and Bruce knows from wrestling, if you put him in a project, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work from a wrestling standpoint.
Mm,
But but for this project, it was made for Travis Scott. Even the
it worked.
sounds and the music that he did with Ludwig, like you can hear the culture is in it, and he wanted that connection with us, and it's just good to see that when you know the embrace of that within a project like this. I saw, and then the last thing with me is Coleman Domingo was so funny because he was like, "There's somebody right now. We're not going to say names. You know, want to do an accurate depiction of the Odyssey." And like Coleman Domingo said, you can't do an accurate depiction on something that's made up, my brother. So, but for what it is, leave it what it is. This is greater on its own, and we appreciate the brother. We're gonna call him my brother, Christopher Nolan, for doing what he did to this project, man, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, again, amazing cast. You know, like Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson, Corey Hawkins. Man, I thought was great in it.
Yes. Yeah.
Man, just everyone was so great in this film, man. You know, Mia Goth was in the film. Just so many talented actors and actresses, man. You know, I'm gonna tell you a standout for me, man. Like I felt was really good in this film, outside of, you know, of course, Matt Damon and like Anne Hathaway for sure, but the actress who plays Cersei. If you guys remember
Yes.
that particular scene. Oh my goodness,
Yes.
man. Samantha Morton, who plays Cersei, man,
Mm-hmm.
she was amazing at this film. In the small time she had in the film, man, she really stood out to me, man. And Cruz, you and I have talked about this before. Like this film had a lot of undertones
A
in terms of
lot of.
some of the things that it was wanting and trying to say, and it did say. I think it
I
kind
think
of
it's
conveyed the message quite clearly, man. But man, I don't know if you want to talk about the conversation we had about it or not, but man,
yeah.
it
I mean,
was just
yeah, like
go
when,
ahead.
like, no, you're right. I mean, when we had that conversation, Bruce, and we both kind of had that moment where we like, you caught it. You're like, yeah, I caught it. Like, it showed you, like it burning of. I don't want to give spoilers, but what we're at right now in our climate that we're in right now, um, we feel like we're hopeless, right? And we feel like there's no, no togetherness or none of that that's happening right now, right? And I feel like there's so much fight within the government and other things that's happening, right? Politics and all of that, right? That is the burning of of a government, of a support of a country, right? When you're fighting for one thing but you're losing everything else. And in this project, what I realized, I think Bruce was saying the same thing, what we realized was that the main character, Matt Damon's character was fighting for one thing, which is to take captive or take over and fight back and grab, something, grab the city, whatever. But he lost everything else. He lost, everything else in between. You could lose family. You might not want to go back to that particular country. You might not want to go back to the things that you had before, because the things that you left is the things that might even, come back and take you out, might eliminate you from existence in general, because you don't know what's back there going back. Being a former military, and I realized that the fear wasn't during the war, it was fear of what's happening outside of that country and back at
Yeah.
home. And so, what's at home waiting for me is the thing. I think it's the main theme in this, and it mean a lot, especially if you think about the times we live in now.
Yeah, and one
And
thing I want to say,
an-
no, go on, Bruce. You go, and I'll come in behind you.
oh, I was just gonna say another takeaway. Like, if you know anything about Greek mythology, there's humanity, there's gods, and there's
Yes.
monsters, right?
Yeah.
There's gods and there's monsters. In this film, and I'm not spoiling anything, I don't think, by letting this know, but there's question about who the real monsters are in this particular film. And I'll leave that at that, man. But and like Cruz was alluding to, those are some of the things that we're facing today. Like there's questions about who the real monsters are, in today's society, just like it was during that particular time. And I mean, there's so many, like I said, there's so many different messages in this film. The action was amazing, and of course the performances, man. But Johnny, I don't want to take away from what you were getting ready to say.
So what I was gonna say was, Matt Damon as Odysseus, and this is not a spoiler either, but he comes to view the Trojan War horse tactic as more as a violation of the law. One of the things you saw that they were being kind to the beggar, being kind to the poor, and saying that this was Zeus's law to be kind to one another. And he comes to realize that through his time of reflection, that everything that he had done, that he thought, being the general that won the Trojan War, he see that all that was for nothing. Like Cruz said, what am I coming back to?
Yep.
What have I destroyed? What am I coming back to? What have I destroyed? What have I destroyed within myself and the lives of the people that I've destroyed? So I mean, it's the undertones.
I got to jump in on that.
The undertones were very dark. It was some very dark undertones in this movie.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it really makes you think, man. It really makes you think that as a human race, is the key killing and destroying to overtake, or is it to show humanity to one another? And to, like you say, he lost everything.
I'm gonna give you a quote. Right there, Johnny. You
Come on.
cooking. Jay-Z
Uh-oh.
said it best. And it's also quoting a Christopher Nolan movie.
Okay.
Dark Knight feeling, die and be a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Become the villain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's his character. That's Matt
Yeah.
Damon's character. That's what he did. Like,
Yeah.
and we never, like you said, no spoilers, but it's like you seen him want to fight for something,
Yeah.
but then that fight destroyed everything else just so he can even survive.
Yeah.
Even where he's at in the film, we're not
Come
getting
on.
it. Like, he's a lone wolf, right?
Yeah.
And while he is a lone wolf, he's trying to figure out what happened,
Yeah.
why he
Yeah.
lost these things, and who is he, or who he became now. And so, like you said, we fight for a cause, and sometimes that cause can turn us to be the worst versions of ourselves. And how do you get yourself out of that? And I think the Odyssey, I mean, man, it showed every sign and everything that you can think of, when it comes to that.
That's right. And no spoilers, but again, like you say, it shows you who you are, because you see in a particular scene where his crew is shown to be who they truly are. And and that he had to, he had to plead for that, plead their case in that, and saying that, yeah, I see this is who they truly are, but please don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't let them just have to sit in that forever. And then still, man, let me be quiet.
It's too many. It's
Let me
too
be
many
quiet.
things. And then what they who we can't give no spoiler. What did
Man.
become? What did the crew become?
Come
right?
on. That's what I'm saying.
What did the crew become?
That's what I'm saying. It showed them who they truly were.
Come on.
And sometimes humanity, our humanity can be our disguise.
That's right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Because at the end of the day, what we're doing, at the end of the day, you said something, man. Like, sometimes we just can be hungry and eat anything.
Eat anything.
Eat anything. We don't know what it is. We just gonna consume. We as consumers of right now, right? We just eat. You on the web, you on social media, you're just consuming, right? But what are you intaking? And how does that change in you, right? And I think that moment that happened, you really look at Johnny, you said, Bruce, you said something on that, like what we're consuming can be our detriment. It can take
That's
us
right.
out if we don't know what we're eating and what makes us hungry in the first place and
Yeah.
what you hungry for, right?
Yeah.
And again, that
Well,
shows in the government today, like you were saying earlier, that shows in where we are today, and just the take. Why are you taking? Why do you want something that does not belong to you? It's so you can be in control. And Matt Damon's character realizes that always being in control is not always the best thing.
the
Yeah.
He
decision you
I
got.
mean,
shows he shows us that,
this
even
film was
in
absolutely.
his remembering,
Totally.
The
even in
film
his
was brilliant,
remembering.
man. Just
Yeah, it
again, the
is.
subject matter, the pacing of the film, the themes throughout, and the fact that Christopher Nolan shot this in 70mm IMAX, completely in 70mm IMAX, is insane
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
they could only shoot in 3-minute increments,
3-minute
which is
increments, man.
insane. Like when you really think about it, like the talent of not only the cinematographers, the direction, but the actors and actresses,
Yes.
because you're
Yes.
doing these scenes and then you have to stop every 3 minutes just so they can reload. And I
Reload the
mean,
cameras.
just
and
thinking about the
on top of
process
the
of how they
climate.
even made this film
Yeah.
is amazing to me.
Crazy.
On top of the
Crazy.
climate, the time of the top, and just think about you. I mean, you described it to me, Bruce, with how like even how they had to direct them, like keep them in the same position and do a different angle. And you tell that story that you told me that. Remember, I think Matt Damon was said in the interview about dealing with the Odyssey and how
Oh
Christopher
yeah.
Nolan
So
directed.
so there was this, I was watching this interview with Matt Damon and he was talking about, he looked at the sheet, like the sheet, and saw what they were doing for that one particular day and for this particular scene. And he asked Christopher Nolan, well, how do you plan on filming this? How are we gonna do this? And Christopher Nolan basically told him, I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And I mean, he said, and as we could all see, they figured it out. Whatever
Figured it
that
out.
particular scene was, they figured it out. But that's just the mindset and the brilliance of a director like Christopher Nolan, man. It's like he already knows, like he sees the vision, and it's just figuring out how to make it come to life.
Yeah.
And he definitely did that with this story, man. This was my most anticipated film of the year, and it definitely lived up to every single bit of the hype that I would, and everything that I was looking forward to. Ever since I saw that, I think it was like a 10-minute preview that I saw back in December during Avatar. It was like a trailer
Yeah.
that ran during Avatar. And once I saw that, I was like, oh man, this is like my most anticipated film of the year. And
Yeah.
again, it did not disappoint. I think that they're gonna throw all the awards at this film. It's definitely going to get Best Picture nomination, and probably win Best Picture. Christopher Nolan's going to get nominated for Best
Best
Director.
director.
I
Yeah.
think Robert Pattinson's probably going to get a
Yeah, I
nomination.
think
Anne
so.
Hathaway potentially.
Yeah,
Probably Matt Damon.
for
I
sure.
don't know, but I mean, there's so many
Yeah,
different
man.
people within this cast that could get nominated for Academy Awards and other awards.
Of course.
Yeah, man. Now, Anne Hathaway, man, as Penelope was crazy. I mean, she did a phenomenal, amazing job.
She did.
Yes, she did.
She did.
Tom Holland as
Tom Holland, man,
thought he
yes.
was great as well.
Yeah, he was great.
I-
And just the fact of him believing that a man that I never knew, my father, that I never knew, I still believe in my heart of hearts that he's gonna come back. And then again, I don't want to get no spoilers away.
I felt
Don't
like
want to get no spoilers away, but that right there was amazing. But the only scene I do want to talk about, and with a little bit more detail, is that fight scene toward the end.
And we will.
When-
But I want to give one shout out to somebody that I did not mention, John Leguizamo too.
Oh yeah, John Lake was.
oh
yes,
man,
yes.
my boy.
He
The
he
player
could
that-
definitely be nominated for an Academy
Oh
Award.
yeah,
Right.
he
or any
definitely
award.
can. Yes,
He
he definitely
was
can.
Outstanding, man.
phenomenal.
Absolutely outstanding,
When he-
man. Because he has so much range, man.
Yes,
But
he did.
yes, the fight scene at the end was incredible. We won't say
Crazy.
exactly what happened or how we
Crazy.
got there,
Crazy.
but
He
the
brought-
choreography, man, it was so great. It was so
I mean,
great.
and then
Yeah.
just
And
to see,
just to see Go ahead.
Yep.
No, I was gonna say just to see, Matt Damon again, man, in that particular scene, confessing his sins,
Yeah.
and then basically fighting his demons after that. It's crazy, man. That's how I saw that scene. I saw that scene as a
I like that.
twofold, really, as a redemption and as a confession, getting everything off of me, and then being redeemed back into who I was.
Ooh.
Because as you see what happens
Yes.
after he did what he did, and then everybody, else decided to get down on one knee and honor him back in as the king, and then, man, oh my God, just to see the arrows, the spears, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say the arrows, spears, man. I mean, man, come on, dude.
You don't put it out there, man.
No, I didn't. I just said
have
see the arrows and the spears. I didn't say where they were or what happened with them. I'm just saying.
You just
Man,
said what did they do?
spoiler.
They bowed down and did what?
Well, that's the only thing I said. I was gonna give a little bit more detail in that part as far as the redemption part.
Look,
See,
I'm sorry, folks. We're gonna have to start censoring Johnny. I'm sorry.
Y'all remember that scene in Be Cool when Andre 3000 ended up shooting the gun and he shot the man. Gun. Just don't give me no gun. Don't give me no gun. Don't give me no gun. You know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do.
You don't even have to say nothing. I already know. I know. I can't help it, man. Don't give me no gun, man. You know what I'm gonna do.
The funniest thing about this is Johnny Cruz just said this about you the other day.
That's right. I'm telling you, don't give me no gun, because you know what I'm gonna do with it. You know what I'm gonna do with it. Don't tell me I can't talk about something. You know I'm gonna do it anyway.
Fans, don't get on past to the OG.
Come on, don't shoot me. Don't give me the ball. Don't give me the ball. I'm shooting a 60-footer. I ain't trying. If we still got time on the clock, don't give me the ball.
Oh,
but
man.
Hey, I digress. I'm gonna give it back to y'all.
So we've talked about this film. We've gone on and on about the cast, the direction, Christopher Nolan, the masterpiece of and art that this film is. I mean, it's time for us to give our 2 snaps verdict, but I think we can all agree what this film is. But Cruz, we're gonna start with you. What do you give this film, man?
I mean, after watching that film and actually obviously hearing y'all too, I mean, this is easy. I kind of want to say it like Rick James. I wish I had more hands. But I mean, it's a 2 snap all day. I mean, it's one of the best films I've seen. I mean, in a very long time, and that's crazy because we just saw Sinners. I think Sinners is like right up in there, but I mean, obviously,
same.
It's just one of those ones from. And like you said, for it to be a fiction project for what he was able to do with this, I mean, blew me away. 3 hours, worth it.
Yes. All right, so Johnny, what about you? What is your 2 snaps rating?
All right, man. You know the inspiration behind 2 snaps. So, and then this film is dealing with Greek mythology. So I'm gonna have to give this.
Hold on, you about to put on a little hat?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. They've done that to me too many times. They've done it to me too many times. So the thing is, I give this 2 snaps, but again, since it's dealing with Greek mythology, I'm gonna give it a 2 snap in a Z formation.
Okay,
that's hard.
2 snaps in a Z formation.
Z formation.
So you,
yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's why I need the producers to come in and put that one with the men on film when they do the 2 snaps in Z formation.
Right.
I got you.
I'm proud of you, Johnny.
That's why I need the producers.
So you don't want to do it?
You can do it, bro.
No, I wasn't gonna do it. I just need the producers to do it. So I give it 2 snaps in Z formation.
In Z formation.
Well, we'll have to let our other producer do it then, because like one of them is on here with us. So you
Well,
know,
hey, somebody's gonna do something anyway. There's plenty of moments in this show where something's gonna happen to this face. I already know it.
This
So
face belongs on the
hey, it
Tizu.
belongs on the Tizu. So I know somebody's gonna do something to me throughout this show several different times. So
Right.
I just
All
can't wait to
right.
see it.
All right,
But
so I
Bruce,
guess
what
I'm
about you?
all right. I guess it's on me now. So man, I cannot speak highly enough of this film. My definitely as of right now, my film of the year. I think Christopher Nolan, as of right now, is probably going to get nominated for. Well, there's no probably. He will get nominated for best director, and probably win. I know there's another director, Denis Villeneuve, who has Dune 3 coming out later this year. He'll probably get nominated and could be in contention as well. But as for me right now, it's all about the Odyssey. And I'm going to do something very special. I can't just give this film 2 snaps. I mean,
Oh.
because it is definitely a 2 snaps from me, but I need some help to come along with me. So I'm going to bring along 2 of my other cohorts. So one is over here.
Hey, bro. Oh, okay. Got the whole crew. You got the whole crew over there.
Hey man, so as you guys can see, man, this is 6 snaps for us, man. It's 6 snaps going on over here all day long, y'all.
Man, that's crazy.
Hey, look, you had the whole crew over there like on they snap your fingers through your step. Oh, all right, little John. Okay.
Hey, had to bring them out, man.
That's
bring
right.
'em out,
Not a little
man.
TI twist. All right. Yeah, he
2
did.
snaps though, man. So yeah, 6 snaps on from me, man. Such an amazing film. Christopher Nolan, you have outdone yourself, and kudos to you and this amazing crew and everyone involved with the making of this film, man. Thank you guys for this work of art. This is the reason why it is so it's so important and so amazing to go witness a film like this in theaters, man. And Johnny, you actually got a chance to go see it at the McWayne Center.
Yes, man. I mean, that experience in itself at the McWayne Science Center, man, in their IMAX Dome Theater was amazing. I mean, it's like 79 foot of screen, man, in a dome shape. And I mean, it's literally like right in your face.
Wow.
You see, it makes you feel like you are immersed in the film, So I'm telling you, if you have not seen it yet and you are in the Birmingham area, or if you can come to Birmingham, please go see it at the IMAX Dome Theater at the McWayne Science Center. You won't regret it. Again, Cookie sat there, and when it first came on, or even when the trailers came on, she was like, "Oh my God, like this is literally right in my face." And Bruce, you'll love it there because the trailers was only 10 minutes long.
Well, but you know what? I went to see it and at a particular theater, and they only show like 15 minutes. I think because the movie was so long. So the trailers didn't last long at all.
Yeah, good. So I had to let you know because 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, when I told you my experience going to see Michael, man. It was I mean, the trailers lasted for an hour, and that was insane.
Yeah,
that was insane. But yeah, when I actually had to check out the time when those trailers went off, I said, man, that was only 10 minutes. So make sure I let Bruce know.
Oh, that's
that.
awesome.
But again, man,
nice.
IMAX Dome Theater at the McWayne Science Center, I think it's John W. Woods Theater. I believe that's the name of the actual theater there at the McWayne Center. Yeah, that's right, Cruz. Take notes. I'm telling you, man, you will not be disappointed. Don't sit in the first 3 rows because they'll let you know for the best IMAX experience, sit above the first 3 rows. But if you can, make sure you sit up higher because again, it's a dome shaped screen, so it's all your scope of vision. You're gonna see everything. You're gonna see everything. So I mean, it is crazy, dude. It is crazy to see it there.
Good deal,
I plan
man.
on going back.
Hey, we all look forward to going to the McWayne Science Center. seeing this film and seeing some films. We look forward to going to the McWayne Center in general, man, and maybe bring the podcast
Right.
there, man.
That
But
was
That's right, man.
great.
what do you
gotta
guys
take-
think, man? What is your 2-snap rating for the Odyssey? Leave us your thoughts and then let us know what you guys think, man. Yep.
That's
So,
right.
man, is that time? It's time for the answer to the trivia question of the day.
Lord.
And JT, hit us with it again, man.
All right, so here we go. When Rocky was selected to fight Apollo Creed, what nickname does Apollo initially have for Rocky before deciding to market the fight around Rocky's actual nickname, the Italian Stallion? So, to shorten that up a little bit for you, what was the nickname that Apollo Creed wanted to use for Rocky before deciding to go with his actual name, the Italian Stallion?
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I don't know because I thought it was always the Italian Stallion.
Oh,
I'm
Cruz, do you know?
gonna be funny with the first one.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Great White Hope. Because
That
I
was
know
not
it ain't
it.
it. But you think
That's
about
not
it.
it.
It's a good guess.
But you know,
I
I
get
got
you.
to I got to fact check you though, Johnny, because I don't remember him
But-
naming him anything.
Okay.
else.
But I'm gonna
Fact
try.
check it.
I'm gonna try.
Come on.
Seriously.
Okay.
Because you think about the storyline, you think about Apollo, and Apollo came into his city, and he wanted to fight one of the locals, right? And
But he was
so-
supposed to fight another fighter at first, but the
Right.
fighter
Yeah.
got hurt, and then he had to pick a replacement.
facts. So I'm going by off of that, and I'm gonna go off of what I remember seeing on the original poster. I'm gonna say Philadelphia Favorite Son.
No.
Okay.
No.
But
So-
see, I thought he chose Rocky because of his nickname, though. Is that not the reason he chose him? Because of his nickname.
So the name he wanted to give him was the Southpaw Sensation. That was the nickname he wanted to give him. Look it up, fact check it. Y'all always think I don't be knowing what I'm talking about. But
I'll
the
look it up.
Southpaw Sensation.
Yeah, you gotta look that one up.
Look it up. The Southpaw Sensation.
How he knew? Okay, so Apollo gave him that.
Apollo wanted to use that name and before he decided to use the name the Italian Stallion, which is Rocky's.
I got a fact check
I don't know
you,
about
Johnny.
that
Fact check
one,
it.
Johnny.
I'm gonna
Fact check
call. call what I got on right now.
Flag
Yeah.
on the play.
Flag
Flag on the
I'm calling what I got on
Look,
right now.
flag on
because-
flag on the play.
Look it up.
Because
flag on the play.
I can remember, I don't remember much. It's been a long time since I watched it, but the last time I know about Rocky is he chose him specifically because of his nickname, the Italian Stallion. He said you can't go wrong with a name like the Italian Stallion.
Come on, look it up.
Hey,
look it
on
up.
Method
Don't,
Man
no, I'm,
style.
I'm not talking about no Chat GPT. I'm talking about the
Me
real
neither.
joint.
Get him.
Me neither.
Hey, Bruce. Get him.
Look it up. Look it up.
I
Look
want
it
to
up.
know,
So we
man.
looking up?
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
y'all.
hold up. Let me look this up, man. I got to see this.
Come on.
I got to see because I do not recall that, man. I'm sorry. Yeah. Apollo, Rocky.
Apollo did not give. Okay, this is AI. You ready? Apollo Creed did not give Rocky Balboa a new nickname. Rather, Apollo chose to fight Rocky because
of
he
his
liked
left
his
hand.
existing nickname, Italian Stallion.
Yeah,
But
that's
before
what
that he was.
like. Look,
But
hey,
before that, he
I know
was
my
gonna call
movies.
him
I do
Come
not
on with
remember.
it.
Southpaw Sensation.
Come on with it.
I'm
No.
telling you.
No,
Right?
that's not in there,
Flag on the
Johnny.
play, man.
And so you just said I couldn't use AI, but Cruz could use AI.
We had to check you. We had to check you.
Look, I don't see that anywhere.
I'm a producer.
I'm calling.
Go
I'm
watch
calling.
it. Go watch
I'm
it.
calling. What?
Go
Hey, what
watch
me and
it.
Cruz got on the top of our heads.
He calling it cap. He calling it cap. He calling
All
it cap.
day long.
I'm
All
telling
day
you.
long.
Capital.
Expeditiously.
I'm
That's
telling you.
expeditiously, Cap.
I'm
I'm just
telling
saying.
you,
Oh man,
go
I'm
look
saying,
it
softball
up.
and sensation.
The Southpaw
Hey y'all, I'm
sensation.
sorry. This whole trivia question is gone left because Johnny trying to cheat again. I don't know
Hey,
what Johnny got
No,
going
it
on.
went down at Toilet Confessions.
Coming
Yeah.
soon, by the way.
coming
Coming
soon.
your way.
Coming soon. Good plug.
Coming your way.
Good plug. Y'all may want to know what is Toilet Confessions. You'll see soon. You will see
I'm
soon.
with it. Yeah.
Good plug, Cruz.
Coming
I
your way.
I
But
got.
look, I don't think we're gonna get a clear answer for this particular trivia question, so we're
Don't
just
worry
gonna
about it.
move on.
I'll call Stallone.
Yeah, call him.
I'll
Call
call
him.
Stallone. I'm gonna
Call him. I want to know.
I'm gonna call Stallone.
Call him. Call him. I want to.
I'ma call
Hey, because I want to know. Because as far as I know, he was always the Italian stallion.
Stallion.
You know, that was the
I'ma
main
call him.
reason Apollo chose him because
Yeah.
his nickname was the Italian stallion. You can't go wrong with that. His name is Italian
That's right.
stallion. You can't go
But-
wrong. That's what Apollo
But watch
said.
this.
So
But watch what happens. But watch what
I'm
happens.
just
I'm
saying.
gonna call Stallone. I'm gonna
But
call him.
hey, like I always say, that's neither here nor there. We got to move
That's
on.
right.
And we're gonna actually talk a little bit about Rocky. And what segment are we getting ready to go to, Cruz?
Man, you know we about to go to Be Kind. Rewind that thing. Now, come on, stop playing. Stop. Wind that up.
Be Kind Rewind videos. I look out.
All right, y'all, let's hear it. This is our final segment, man. We're on this week's Be Kind Rewind. And on this week's Be Kind Rewind, we're talking about Rocky, man. We're taking it back to the film that proves you don't have to win to be a champion. With the I Play Rocky trailer giving us a look at Sylvester Stallone's own underdog journey to get the film made. This is the perfect time for us to rewind it back to the 1976 classic and revisit the movie that started it all and made Sylvester Stallone a megastar. And that film is Rocky, man. Rocky is like one of those films, man. It's definitely the underdog story, man, and one of the greatest sports film ever made, man.
That's right, man. So, Rocky is the story of Rocky Balboa, an underdog Philadelphia club fighter and debt collector who gets a rare shot at a heavyweight title fight, man. So, like you say, it's that underdog, getting that opportunity. And like you said, not to, you don't have to always win to be a champion. You have to give it all that you got. And Rocky Balboa proves that if you give it all that you got, you can be at the top.
Totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, it was about self-respect. It was about perseverance, going the distance when nobody else believes in you but yourself.
That's right.
Which is a lot of the things that we were showcased in that trailer for I Play Rocky, which mimicked Sylvester Stallone's own story and his own journey. Because like essentially he really it was almost like he wasn't even playing Rocky. He was playing himself as Rocky.
Yeah.
If you know what if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because it was his story. Rocky was actually his story, minus the boxing.
Right.
You know, it was just it was his story of wanting to become an actor. And so like no one was giving him opportunities. And so he wrote this story for himself to play the titular role of Rocky, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And
I mean, and then just like you're saying, man, going back, even the new trailer for, I Play Rocky makes you look at the film itself in a whole new light, especially if you did not know the story of how this film came about. And like I said earlier, I did not know the story of how this film came about. And now to know that story and go back and watch this film, it gives it to you in a whole new light, man. To see, like you said, this is his story, minus the boxing, but it shows the perseverance and the determination and hard work that it takes to become whatever you want to become in life, man. And that's what this story tells.
I mean,
He turned down some big checks in order to, because he believed in himself. And again, Rocky is the ultimate underdog because, like you said, Johnny, he was like a bouncer or something like he was a debt collector.
Yeah, he was a debt collector.
And even his own manager, who Burgess Meredith, who played Mickey, he didn't even believe in him that much. He thought he was a bum.
Yeah.
you know. And then I mean, and the thing about it is like he didn't come back around until he got this title shot from Apollo.
Yeah.
If you remember the story of Rocky, man, he didn't come back around until the end and start training him seriously. But
Yeah.
once he did, like they formed this bond,
Yeah.
you know, from that. But man, you look at the cast, man, the casting of Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers was perfect as a Apollo Creed, man. And I'm hoping they show that in the I Play Rocky, how he got the role, because when he was brought in to audition, I don't know if you guys know the story, but when he was brought in to audition for Apollo Creed, I guess he kept stumbling, and he was actually doing the reads with Sylvester Stallone. And one of the things he said was like, well, if you guys give me a real actor, then, you know, I can do a little bit better. Not knowing that Sylvester Stallone was actually the guy that was playing Rocky, man. So it was, I mean, that was kind of how the relationship started, man. But it, you know, it's just like what started from there end up being this incredible journey, because you got to see these two in three other additional films, man. And, you know, Rocky went on to become this great mega franchise. You know, everything from the first Rocky to the second, third, and fourth, and you know, multiple on to like now we're in the Creed series, and as we discussed earlier, there's going to be a Creed spinoff for Amazon Prime. So man, it's just like the this story has endured and lasted for generations, man, because Rocky is getting ready to hit its 50th year anniversary. It was released in 1976, and with I Play Rocky coming on the heels of that anniversary, man, I think this is like the perfect time to talk about this film, because Rocky went on to win Best Picture. Again, you know, we saw it launch so many careers such as Sylvester Stallone and Carl Weathers. And man, it was just like it's just again, we said it earlier, but it's the ultimate underdog story. And it's about believing yourself. And the thing is, even though at the end, and it was one of the first films that you saw that at the end, the main lead did not win. Like Rocky did not win the fight, but he won the fight in life. And without sounding too cheesy, because he believed in himself. You know what I mean? Like, and he made it to a spot where he took the world champion to a time limit, to all the way the distance. He went the distance with the like, even though Apollo won, like he went the distance. He didn't get knocked out. He lasted. Like he's just this nobody. You know what I mean? Like from everybody's eyes, he's just this nobody. Apollo was supposed to just wipe the floor with. Like he was just supposed to knock him out like first round, but he went the distance. And because he believed in himself.
Let me.
And so sometimes that's what it takes. It just takes believing in yourself.
I think y'all said it best, and I think, you know, the words that come to my mind, 4 words, you know, is "Eye of the Tiger." You know, and I think the idea of being able to, especially if you watch the other Rockies, you see the importance of having that, right? And I think that's kind of, everybody can connect in with that doing the underdog story, right? Sometimes you get so caught up that you lose yourself in not knowing how you got there in the first place, right? That hunger, that going without, eating, drinking, changing your whole lifestyle for your dream. That was something that Rocky was willing to do because that's all he had. Same thing goes with Sylvester Stallone. When you see an I Play Rocky trailer, you see that's all he had was that script. That was it. And so, there's so many people from any culture you're from, you're black, white, you're Mexican, like, Cuban, whatever. It doesn't matter. African, whatever. Like, we all understand coming from nothing. And I think Rocky, it connected. It was definitely the American dream. And I feel like the reason why that story and that movie is so powerful still today is because that's that's what it is. It's America. And I feel like it explained, even when you start getting into Apollo Creed story, which if people haven't caught the similarities, but it's Muhammad Ali, right? That storyline, I think is just I think it's dope to just see a man that he loved his family, and he stood on business, and he he didn't shy away from the cameras or the critics or none of that. Apollo stood on business, and for him to be the counterpart, from Rocky, face to face, I think it made sense to tell that story, and it's definitely something I think we can take notes from and learn from, in my opinion.
Oh
For
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Sure. Johnny, you got any other thoughts on this week's Be Kind Rewind?
Man, Rocky is an amazing film. It's a classic. If you have not seen it in a while, please go and watch it. You can watch it on Netflix. If you have a Netflix account, it's out there. And man, just always remember to believe in yourself. That's the story of Rocky. That's the Sylvester Stallone story as well. Believe in yourself. Go out there and get it. You may get knocked down, you may get beat up, but you're gonna get the eye of the right people. The right people are going to watch you, and then they'll give you that opportunity to come back and fight again. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. So that's it for this week's Be Kind Rewind. And that's also it for this week's show, man. We'd like to thank you guys for joining us, man. I'd like to thank Johnny and Cruz for, being here. I know we're all off kind of doing our own thing, but it's always great when we can all come together, man. And Cruz, man, glad to have you on the show, man. All
Yes,
three of us
man.
together, man. This is so awesome, man. I've
Yes,
had a
it
lot of
is.
fun, man.
Yeah, thank
Man.
you.
For one, thank y'all for just letting me finally show up on the screen. I know I'm always behind the scenes. To be next to the two legends, two of my brothers, it's always a powerful episode every time we touch down there. You know how
Yeah,
we
man.
do. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So stay tuned because like Johnny and Cruz were talking about earlier, we will be at Sidewalk Film Festival. So please be on the lookout for that. Come out, hang with us, enjoy yourself at the Sidewalk Film Festival, and just hang out with other filmmakers and just have some fun, man. That's what we like to do. We like to have fun here on the Real to Real podcast. And Johnny, can you please tell the people how they can follow and subscribe to our channel, man?
Yeah, first off, like, subscribe, share everything that's right here on our YouTube page. And then also come over here and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Lemonade, and TikTok. We on all social media platforms. So come follow us, be a part of the 515 Real to Real family. And hey, whenever you see us, come and stop. I had somebody come up to me, man, and say, "Hey, Real to Real podcast." So, hey, that was fun. I enjoyed that. So when you
Oh, that's
see us
awesome.
come up and talk to us, man, we enjoy meeting people and talking to them and talking about film and television. But yeah, that's how you can follow us.
Can I plug in
That's
one
so
thing?
awesome.
Come on, Cruz.
Widescreen Wednesdays.
Yes.
Please come check us out if you want to, before you want to go to Sidewalk, come support that too. But let's combine the two and knowing that Widescreen Wednesday is happening every Wednesday, every week. We'll put the dates out. I know our next one's supposed to be next week, but I know, just keep your eyes out open for that. This is for all collaborators. If you're an artist, if you're a filmmaker, you're any type of creator, we want to talk to you. We want to connect with you right at the Lust Theater. And we already plugged them in, but we definitely want you to come and be a part of this family. This is for everyone. So we appreciate y'all supporting us. 515, we standing on business always.
That's right.
That's exactly it, man. So you heard it here, man. So come join us at the Sidewalk.
All
See
right,
us on
y'all. So
Widescreen Wednesdays and follow us, man. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Because, man, we look forward to engaging with you,
sir.
having fun with
All
you
right.
guys, and we hope you guys enjoy what you see with us. And please, man, just rock. If you rock with us, please share, like, and subscribe. So for the 515 Real to Real podcast, my name is Bruce L. Nix Jr.
I'm your man, JT.
That's Johnny.
This is boy Cruz. You already know.
Man, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys the next time.
Peace.